Every single year, 800,000 plus people go missing. Up to 50% of those are individuals under the age of 18. Many of these individuals are either found dead or alive, and many of them are never seen again. David Paulides has wrote several books about many of these disappearances in his Missing 411 series. These are 3 disappearances from the Missing 411 series that we think are the absolute strangest. Aaron Joseph Hedges. A 38-year-old hunter from Montana went elk hunting with 2 friends in September 2014. They were hunting in the Crazy Mountains at the Cottonwood Lake Trailhead, around 20 miles of the town of Billings. Aaron carried a bow and some arrows, but his 2 friends had firearms. They also had radios for communication. Aaron had somehow got separated from the group. He had radioed his friends and told them he had missed the trail, but he was going to the Sunlight Lake. They had heard nothing from Aaron for 3 days, and notified his wife, who notified the Sweetgrass County Sheriff's Office on the Wednesday, September 10, 2014. The official search for Aaron had begun, but was put on hold for bad weather. There was around 2 feet of snow in the Crazy Mountains that caused a 2-day delay. The search had went on for 15 days. Eventually, the search was canceled. Searchers had found a pair of boots and a camelback, but nothing else. 9 months pass, and 2 men are repairing a fence in Sweetgrass County, and one of them finds a bow, a backpack, and an orange vest. The 2 men took the items to the sheriff's office. The items were confirmed to have belonged to Aaron Hedges. These items were found 15 point-to-point miles from where his boots were found. Most survival experts say that going through a rugged stretch of woods point-to-point is near impossible, but somehow his belongings were found in this manner. On August 6, 2015, Aaron's remains were found. Whatever happened to Aaron during his last days, we may never know. Myles Robinson, a 23-year-old graduate from Wandsworth, southwest London, was drinking with his sister and other friends in the Blue Monkey Bar on December 22, 2009. He was seen on a CCTV camera leaving the bar to take a family friend home. His family friend said Myles had left her room at 2:50 a.m. His hotel room was no more than 200 yards away from hers, but he then went missing. Myles' family persistently said this was completely out of character for him, and searched extremely hard for Myles, even going door to door in this village and asking if they knew of his whereabouts. After days of searching with the police, on December 28th, the family hired a special team of searchers to find Myles. They were in the town of Lauterbrunnen, and the searchers found him dead at the bottom of a cliff. In many of these cases, the individuals who go missing leave their shoes behind, and this case was no different. When Myles was found, he had no shoes on. On the night Myles died at 3:26 a.m., his phone sent a message. Cell phones are known to sometimes dial 911 or message someone in your contacts when the phone falls, and people say this is exactly what happened when he died. To get from Wingen to Lauterbrunnen would have been extremely hard, especially at that time of night. Myles had a .20 blood alcohol level, which is 3 times over the legal driving amount. When he was seen on the CCTV camera, he was walking completely normal. On the night he died, he had fell 300 feet off the cliff to his death. On April 10, 1952, 2-year-old Keith Parkins was playing with his siblings at their grandparents' ranch. After a while of the kids playing outside, their grandparents called for them to come inside. All of them responded except one. Keith had not responded to anyone. It was nowhere to be seen. The search for him had then begun. They searched across the ranch and he was nowhere nearby. During the search, the temperature dropped to freezing, but the search continued. 19 hours had passed. Search and rescuers find Keith over 12 miles away from home. He would have had to walk across 2 mountain ranges and 12 miles to get to this location. When they found him, he was face down in the snow with his hat and coat next to him, alive. It should be impossible for a 2-year-old child to walk 12 miles over 2 mountain ranges in freezing temperatures and still be alive, let alone anyone. It makes you wonder what happened to Keith that night, and how did he survive? Here's a clip from the Missing 411 movie of Survivorman Les Stroud walking the same path that Keith did that night.
In the span of less than 24 hours, you'd have to believe that this 2-year-old covered perhaps as many as 12 miles. As it was, his clothing was found ripped, and they figure it's likely from barbed wire fences, either going through them or under them. And even with a full moon tonight, I can't see anything going through this bush. So if I'm a 2-year-old child and I've got to walk through this or crawl through this, I get to this time of night, I can't see Keith going anywhere. I can't go anywhere. How a 2-year-old could travel the topography I'm traveling now, little shoes, and it was sub-freezing temperatures, even if he was a kid full of energy. This is roughly the area the searchers found him. His father was about 100 yards that way. And he's found here, face down in the snow, hat and coat beside him. Searcher finds him. Father, maybe 200 yards away, runs over, picks him up, and he's alive.
There are many theories about what happens to these individuals, including Bigfoot, aliens, murders, and the trans-dimensional unified field theory, which is a theory that would need its own video to explain. All these stories are all up to speculation, but we may never know what truly happens to these people. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about the Missing 411 cases, make sure to get the Missing 411 movie and the series of books by David Paulides. You can get these things from the Can-Am Missing Project website. And just to clarify, we are not sponsored by the Can-Am Missing Project or David Paulides, but we thought these cases are extremely fascinating and wanted to share them with you all. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram and Twitter for updates. And always remember, horror is delicious.